So this is going to be part 2 of What If Naruto Was the Son of Killer Bee. Now, this is a collab with me and Prodigy Master. Go subscribe to his channel and actually look at the first part. Now, before Naruto leaving to go to the Hidden Leaf and visit his cousin, the two tells Jinchuriki would give Naruto a scroll full of jutsus. Naruto would thank his mother as he would walk out into the forest before leaving the cloud. Naruto would read the jutsu, seeing many childhood jutsu such as the Matatabi High Fireball Jutsu. Even though Naruto doesn't have the Matatabi style blue flames, he does still have a high affinity for chakra of fire, so he will be able to use the Matatabi Hair Fire style. Matatabi Hair Fire style, Matatabi Chasing Rat, Matatabi style Hunting Fire, as well as him learning the Lightning Current, Lightning Hunting, Fang, Lightning, Volt Current, Lightning Dragon, Water Prison, Water Vortex, Water Shockwave, Water Wall, and Water Shark Bomb. Naruto would also learn the Water Rain Shark, which was the move Kasame did on Itachi when they were fighting, where he made the rain that was in the air turn into sharp objects of sharks. Naruto would also learn the Wind Great Breakthrough in the Vacuum Tornado, as well as getting a summoning contract with the Two Tails Matatabi and the Eight Tails. Naruto would be on his way to the village as he would finally make it there, as the guards would stop him. Naruto would have learned Killer Bee technique of the eight tails, eight sword style. Naruto would basically point towards the guard, saying let him in, and he's the cousin of Minma, because Minma was praised in this one. As the guards wouldn't believe it and attack Naruto. Naruto would dodge with ease, one of them trying to slash Naruto with a spear, I guess. Naruto would dodge it with ease before saying lightning style, lightning volt current, before lightning would shoot out of his hand, hitting the guy who were trying to hit him with a spear, as the guy would be knocked unconscious. Naruto would then punch the other guy in the gut, sending him flying, creating a crater in the leaf wall, but not too big where everybody can see it. As Naruto would basically go inside, going to the Hokage room, saying, "I'm here to see my cousin Minma." As Naruto would take up the straw hat he was wearing, Minato would be surprised since he is in this one, saying, "Oh, you must be my nephew, Killer Bee's son." Okay, as Minato would call out for Minma, and Minma would come in. Minma would be with Hinata, holding Hinata in hand, since, yeah, that would happen. Naruto would look towards them and basically say, "So, you're Minma. You don't look that strong," as Minma would take offense to this since he is a prodigy to the people in the Leaf Village. Minma would challenge Naruto. Naruto would accept the challenge very quickly, as him and Minma will start to spar. Naruto would be using one hand before doing one-handed jutsus and saying one style, Wind Vacuum Bullet, before the vacuum bullet hitting Minma, as Minma would be sent flying before having a water dragon sent into his stomach, as Minma would cough out a lot of saliva and a little bit of blood, as he would be knocked unconscious. Naruto would think that Minma was weak, and he would walk back to his village, the Cloud. Naruto would tell Killer Bee about this, as Killer Bee would say, "Great job for testing out your your cousin's strength. Don't worry about it, son. You're gonna get him next time, and we're gonna leave him Spartan, the sun." As Naruto would say, "I didn't say we were going to war with the Hidden Leaf." As Killer Bee would say, "Oh, sorry." Naruto would basically make it back to his house, as Matatabi, or the Two Tails, would greet him. The Two Tails and Jinchuriki would greet him, his mother, and Killer Bee would greet him, which they would both grab Naruto and hug him, saying, "We so miss you, son." His mother would ask if he finished all the jutsus in the scroll, as Naruto would nod his head, giving the scroll to her, as basically the Two Tails, Jinchuriki, or his mother would destroy the scroll for nobody else to read it. Naruto would be informed that the Chunin exam is happening at the Leaf Village, as he would get ready with his teammates. One of his teammates who have Boil Release, and his other teammate would have Storm Release, which I'm gonna name one of them. The one who has Storm Release is named Kikai, and the one who has Booyah release is named Ni. So as they would get ready, their joint instructor would come in, who is Killer B. As they would get ready immediately, and they would head off to the Leaf Village. They would be dropped off in the front of the Chunin exams, as Naruto would feel something's not alright already. Naruto would dispatch any kind of genjutsu that comes near him, as his friends would do as well. When Naruto walked into the building, would see this green-haired girl, which is going to be, if you guys are wondering the ship is, you guys are going to know what it is right now. It's going to be Naruto X Fu, because Prodigy X didn't really, or Prodigy Master didn't pick a ship. I'm gonna do Naruto X Fu, so hopefully he does that. Naruto would immediately look at Fu before blushing a little bit and looking back towards his way and getting back to dispatching any genjutsu that comes near him. The bullies, or the Guinea, would try to stop Naruto, and Naruto would punch one of them in the gut before judo slamming, and the other one inside of the floor. And Naruto would then grab the last one by the mask, or by the hair, and slam his head into the floor before saying you're pathetic and don't try to put me in that pathetic genjutsu again. Naruto would walk past and everybody would break up the genjutsu, realizing that they're actually in genjutsu. Everybody would be quite embarrassed because they got put under a simple genjutsu, as Naruto didn't get affected. Sasuke was quite mad at Naruto since he didn't get affected, and Minma would be mad as well since he did lose against Naruto. Naruto would basically make it into the room before the instructor would come in, slamming the door, saying, "Shut up, you're about to sit in your seat," as Naruto would start to cheat off of every test, sending a water driplet that looks like a shark across the room. Looking at every answer, Naruto would look from the shark eyes and look at every answer that is good and circle it. Naruto would finally get the 10th question, which would be not to leave or leave, as Naruto would stay there and his team, since they have trust in Naruto. Anko would come in before seeing Fu team, Minma team, Naruto team, and the other Rookie 9. As she would basically say, "Get ready and let's go to the forest death." Naruto would be saying the forest death, more like the forest lane, before a kunai would be getting thrown at his cheek. Naruto would dodge with ease before grabbing the kunai and is about to launch it back at Anko before Anko would not be there, and he would see a snake slithering beside him. As the snake would turn into Anko, and Anko would have kunai to his neck. Naruto would say, that's a cool thing, but I got something cooler." As Naruto would turn into blue flames, and Naruto would say, "Explode," from a tree. He didn't really turn into blue flames, but I'm gonna say that it's like cold flames. So he would say explode, as these cold flames would hit him or hit her, as she would basically jump back saying, "That hurt, kid, but let's get back into the forest of death." As Naruto would basically say, "Yeah, you get back to that." As she would explain the rest of it, and Naruto and his team would get there with ease, as the rest of the team would have quite a hard time. Gaara team would still make it first, Naruto team would make it second, and Sasuke or Minma team would make it third. Before the matches would start, Naruto would be faced against Kiba like in canon before doing a couple hand signs and saying Water Dragon Jutsu. Kiba would do Fang over Fang, intercepting with the Water Dragon, as it would create a big splatter of water everywhere. Naruto would say, "Oh, head on, you shouldn't really do that." As Naruto would say, "Matatabi style cat hairball," as a dark red hairball would come flying towards Kiba. Kiba would try to go use a Fang over Fang and just go through it, but it would burn Kiba quite a lot. Kiba would start to see that he has second degree burns, not even touching it that much. as Kiba would start to get scared and basically quit the match or surrender, as you could say. His friends or his teammates would win their matches as Sasuke would win. Everything would go to canon, just Naruto not losing or not doing that bad against Kiba like he did in canon. Now, the Neji incident, Menma saves Hinata instead of Naruto. Naruto would be looking from the stands as Menma would look towards Naruto, seeing that, knowing that Naruto could have done something, but he never stepped in. Now, Menma even got even more madder because of that, yeah, that's basically he loves Hinata. So, as that would happen, Naruto would train for the next month because it was 2 months for a 2 month break, as Naruto would train on his 8 style Killer Bee sword technique as he would get perfect at it. Naruto would implant red fire chakra nature to it now, which would leave a greatly bad wound on the person who gets hit by this sword. Naruto would be ready as he would start to fight Neji. Neji would be, even though having the Byakugan like Sasuke, he couldn't keep up with Naruto or the Ace Tail short sword style, because even with the Sharingan, it's hard to keep up with, especially even with the Mangekyo. Naruto would be slashing Neji in multiple places before Neji would do the palm rotation, and Naruto would say, "Oh, that's cute," before doing a water prison jutsu on Neji. Neji would be stuck in place before grabbing his lungs and before grabbing his neck and being knocked unconscious because of no air. Naruto would take him out this water prison as Sasuke would face Gaara. Him and his teammates and Killer Bee would basically start to face off the ninjas or the sand ninjas who try to attack, as Naruto would do a summoning 8 tails or a summoning 2 tails style jutsu, as the 2 tails Matsudabi would pop up and basically start to body Shikaku. Since he has one more tail than Shikaku would be beat and sealed back inside properly instead of Shikaku just basically roaming free and doing whatever he wants to Gaara body. As this would happen, Naruto would smile, saying, "Don't worry, Gaara, you're not going to be in pain," as Gaara would start to cry before hugging Naruto, and Naruto would see a girl with wing flies over to him, as the girl would be blushing, basically saying, "Oh, you stopped the attack. I'm really grateful, because in this one, Fu lived in the hidden leaf, and she was hated." Naruto would hug Fu, basically saying, "Oh, you don't," or he would handshake Fu, saying that you don't have to worry. As Fu would say, "I do though. How can I ever repay you?" As Naruto would say, "You don't have to," but she says, "I will." As Naruto would basically say, okay, before him and Fu would go get some ramen, and that would happen. Him and Fu, we skip 2 weeks later, and him and Fu would actually be getting a great relationship, almost becoming girlfriend and boyfriend. Yes. Now I'll let Prodigy Master do the Tsunade retrieval arc and the Gaara retrieval arc, as well as doing as well as that. So that would happen, and I will finish the series off with part 4 of what if Naruto was Killer Bee's son. So bye, you guys. Subscribe, and my 25 subscriber special will be coming out in 2 more days. So stay here and wait. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if what you want me to do for my next what if.